So good morning to all of you. Myself M. Rajan, Assistant Professor from Department of Agricultural Engineering at Sri Shanmugha College of Engineering and Technology. So in the series of urban horticulture sessions, today I came with new topic, that is the vertical greening system. So in today's session, we're going to deal with two types of vertical greening system, that is the green facades and another one is the living walls. So another name for the living wall is the green wall. So these are the content we're going to discuss about today's session. Okay, thank you. You can move to next slide. Before we start the vertical greening system concept, we have to know the what is the vertical gardening system. Shortly, we can call it as the VGS, that is vertical greening system, or we can call it as a green wall. It is a technology where plants are grown vertically on or against the building facades or interior walls or freestanding structures. So these systems including green facades and living walls. So these two types of the vertical greening system reduces the urban heat and it improves the insulation of the building, and it enhances the air quality of that urban area, and it provides the habitat for the biodiversity while utilizing the minimal ground space. So vertical greening system fall into two main categories based on construction methods. The first one is the green facade. Here in this system, plants are grown directly on the wall or on modular trellis cables attached to the buildings, often it rooted in the ground. So in green facades, there are two types. There is the direct thing and indirect thing. So in direct system, plants are climbing on the walls directly without any support. In the indirect method, plants are climbing on the wall with the support of trellis and or cables. Okay. The next one is the living walls. So we can call it as the green walls also for the living walls, and the modular panels, felt mats or planters are attached to the structures that supporting a variety of plants in a growth medium. So growth medium act as a substrate for the plant growth. Okay, we can move to next slide. Okay, right now we came to the next slide. So in this slide you can see the different types of greening vertical greening system. The first one is the green facades, you can see on the left side, and living walls on the right side. You can these two systems divided by the line. You are going to mark that using the marker. So these two are the example for the green facades, and the right side three pictures, three wall systems, like three pictures represents the living wall system. So in the green package there are two types, already I told you that, that is the direct one, indirect one. In the direct one, plants are grown on the ground, that is climbed on the wall without any support. So it only depends the wall to climb on the wall. Okay, you can see this is the building wall, the plants is climbing on with support of walls only without any extra support, external support. So in the indirect method, you can see it is a wall here. In between the plant and wall, we can give the supporting system to the plant that can be helpful to the plant for climb on the wall. So here also the plant is grown on the ground. So guides or trellis, we can call it that support system is guides or trellis. In the right side you can see the living walls. First on the modular tray, here that you can see that in this picture the tray like structures is given for the plant growth. So each tray has carry the each plants on itself. So panels is given for the given to carry the trays of the plant. Then in the felt system you can see the here we going to use the fiber like structure or medium for the plant growth. So each felt pocket consists that. In the third type you can see the horizontal example for the horizontal fill system. So fill pockets are arranged in vertical layer, that is called horizontal fill pockets. So we can move, I hope that you understood these pictures how represents the two types of greening vertical greening system. Okay, we can move to the next slide. So in this slide, I given the definition for the green facades. So first of all, you should know what is the facade. Facade is the front wall of the building that we can see from outside. So green facades are vertical building surfaces, partially or completely covered with climbing plants or hanging vegetation, so it acting as sustainable ecological skins, okay, for the building. So they provide significant benefits, including natural cooling via evaporation. It reduces the energy cost and it improve the insulation for the building, and noise reduction will be achieved by this system. Then biodiversity enhancement will happen. Then a mitigation of urban heat islands also can be done by the vertical grading system. So there are the two types already told you that that is the direct or the indirect one. So that they are divided into direct or indirect. So the direct one is the plants climb directly on the wall. In indirect method, using trellis or cable systems, plants are climbing on the wall. So direct system can sometimes threaten structural integrity over the time, because the plants parts like roots will affect the building's quality, building wall quality. So that may affect the building's walls. That is one of the negative thing that from the direct method of the green package system. Then it act as the cooling system. How you can see that plants can reduce wall surface temperatures by roughly 2.5 to 3 degrees Celsius or more. So with specialized systems saving significant energy for air conditioning. So maintenance is very important for this green package system to work successfully, because these systems require ongoing care, including irrigation systems. Often we prefer the drip fed irrigation for this system, and then regular pruning to manage growth is important for maintain this green package system to avoid the failure. So design consideration, one of the important thing while designing the structural component for the green package system. So while they enhance the aesthetics and hair quality, they require structural consideration regarding weight, moisture protection and fire safety. So for green package system, we can choose plants like ivy, Virginia creeper, wisteria, and various vine. So these are the some plants we can prefer for the green package system to grow very successfully without any failure. Okay, we can move to next slide, where you can see the pictures of the green package system that will help you to understand this green package system. Yes, you can see the picture, different pictures that represents the green package system. I'm going to mark that each one. See, in this building, you can see the plants are growing on the walls. So these act as a skin for the building. This skin insulate the heat from the from the atmosphere to the building. So that is saves the energy to cooling the building inside. That is one of the methods. So in the right side picture, you can see that another example for green facade. Here also you can see that plants are grown on the vertical layer besides the wall, almost attached to the wall. So that is act as the habitat for the biodiversity to that location. So it becomes a habitat for different insects and miniature creature of this world. Then you can see in this below picture, that is the one of that is also one of the example for green facade. Then they are peoples in their building utilizes the balconies to grow the plants. So by doing that, we can utilize the waste spaces into useful things. So in this picture, you can see that plants are there are three types based on the plants climbing methods. So you have the ground based system. Plants are growing from the ground, then it climbing to the walls of the vertical walls. Then in the second one, you can see the mixed system based on the plants climbing. So here the plants are grown in the ground, and also it grown on the walls of the building. That's why it is called as the mixed method. Then the third one is the facade bound systems. So plants are grown on the walls into different layers. We can see in these pictures, but not in the ground. So plants are not grown from the ground, but it is grown in walls of the building. Okay. So these two types are example for the living walls. These types is example for the self-climber method system. Okay, we can move to next slide. Yes, the second method is the living walls, or we can call it as the modular or mat wall system. So living walls are vertical gardens classified mainly as modular or mat system. So it is designed to enhance the urban aesthetics and improve air quality. So mainly living walls are can be done for the aesthetic purpose and improve to improve the air quality of the place. Then the modular systems are durable, allowing larger plants and easier maintenance. So already I told that modular means panel or box-based structures given for the plant growth support. Then while mat systems are lightweight, flexible and ideal for the creating complex shapes or covering surfaces with thin flowing greenery. So in the filter hydroponic systems are example for the mat living walls. So in this felt system we are using fiber-like structure for the plant growth. Okay. As I said before, there are two types in the living wall system, that is the modular living wall and mat living wall systems. So first we can see the first type of the living wall system, that is the modular living wall system. So modular systems use as the pre-vegetated panels or containers. So I already showed the picture for this type in previous slides, such as troughs, plastic boxes or wire cages that are attached to supporting steel framework. So this modular living wall system best for commercial and residential interiors or exteriors requiring a specific or immediate and dense design, because it gives the aesthetic value to that place. So the structure of modular living wall system composed of rigid boxes or panels that is often filled with soilless medium. So installation for the modular living walls are fast and often pre-grown in the nursery to ensure a full green wall upon the installation. So flexibility is high in the modular living walls to rearrange or replace the individual models. So weight is generally heavier in this system, so especially when fully saturated or top designed. So modular living walls as the durability, planter box systems can last for over 15 years with proper maintenance. Only we can achieve that period, long period, by the proper maintenance only. Okay, we can see the next type in next slide. Is the second type is the mat living wall system. We can call it as the continuous or felt living system. So mat systems, I already shown the picture for this systems in the previous slide. I hope you understand that mat system concept. So it often referred to as a felt based system. It consists of layers of synthetic fabric like felts that act as a support and growing medium, pioneered by designers like Patrick Blank first time. Then the mat living wall system is best for large, artistic, curvilinear or highly customized applications. So to design the structure of the mat living walls, lightweight, soilless, hydroponic panels made of the geotextile felt. So installation for mat living wall system is involves attaching the felt to a waterproof rigid panels like PVC, which is then mounted to the structures. So flexibility of mat living wall system allows for complex, artistic and naturalistic planting patterns. So the weight is not very lighter when compared with the modular living wall system. So making them suitable for structures with weight restrictions. So there is no weight restriction in this system. So maintenance is requires for regular and scaled maintenance of the felt and irrigation systems, and these systems often have a shorter lifespan when compared with the modular living wall systems. So it only lasts for 10 years only. Okay, we can move to next slide. Okay, we came to end of the session. I hope you understood the today's concept well. If you have any doubts, you can comment on the comment section. Thank you. I come with new